Tuesday night crew show. Look who's in the house wearing a scarf. Wearing a scarf. We got a lot to get to. It's Raj night. It's Seahawk week, and it's a quick one. I was down in Santa Clara. A lot of good stuff today. We don't have enough time for all the good shit that we want to do right now. So come aboard. The Pig and a Pickle Krug Show is getting out right now. Off and running Tuesday night Krug Show. Hope everybody's having a great one. Welcome to the final days of 2025, December 30th. Tomorrow night, New Year's Eve. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to do. We don't have a big party together. Thinking maybe some filet mignon. May have to grill up some filet mignon. Me and the wife. Lots of ideas. Usually she crashes out by about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I mean, she has a hard time on New Year's Eve. Then I wake her up. We used to wake up. I wake her up around 11. Hey, why don't we watch Gary on Cron? Yeah, seriously, we've had some really slow New Year's Eve. And then, by the way, I've been driving everybody. I got to drive Kev places. I got to drive my other kids places. And it's like, oh, this person's there. That person's here. Anyway, so New Year's Eve has changed through the years, but it is coming up. And so are the Seahawks, because they will be at Levi's on Saturday night. Brock Purdy against Sam Darnold, Kyle Shanahan against Mike McDonald, the Niners against the Seahawks. They played in week 1. They're reuniting in week 18. The winner gets the number 1 seed and a first-round bye in the NFC playoffs. And we're going to get into it. We got a bunch of things we want to get to. Raj, good to see you, man. How are you? How's things?
I'm good, man. Doing great. Got a new year coming up. Big game on Saturday. Can't complain. Life's been good, man. I'm excited. I'm hyped up. Man.
Well, I want to get right to it because, there's so many good little media things out there. One of them is that Rich Eisen did his NFL power rankings going into week 18, and he had been liking the Rams all year. Rams this, Rams that. Every time I tuned down Eisen, he was talking about the Rams. He has the Niners number 1 in the power rankings going into week 18. Let's listen to about a minute of this. We'll share the screen, and then we will comment, and we'll give our own. We'll give our own power rankings. But here is a little bit of Rich Eisen on the Rich Eisen Show doing his power rankings. And here
before they might have to go to the 1 seed, whoever that time for the top 5. Up 5 spots. I've seen enough for the Bears to believe that they're a top 5 team in the NFL.
Wow.
I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Caleb is so friggin' good.
He's fun to watch.
And they've done this without a Dunze. I'm assuming he's coming back. And
Burden's kind of broke out.
I've seen that one too, right?
Yep.
And the defense just keeps taking it away.
And they can run the ball.
Now, I know they had a problem with the 49ers in stopping them.
I just had a problem stopping them.
They sure damn did. And the Bears are going to be a problem. And they're going to have potentially 2 home games before they might have to go to the 1 seed, whoever that's going to be. Or if they're the 2 seed, they might not have to go anywhere all the way up until the Super Bowl if they're so fortunate. So they're up 5 spots at 5. Up 1 spot at 4. I'm putting the Patriots right here.
Wow.
I don't know what to make of them, other than the fact that anybody that's in front of them, they beat. The only thing is the people in front of them, what's going to happen if the Texans come to that building? What's going to happen? You have to go to someplace.
It's going to be cold.
Else. I know it's going to be cold. I get it. It's cold.
Drake May.
Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter are cold, but Drake May is red hot and cold as ice in terms of what goes through his veins. So I'm putting them at 4. I'm putting the Seahawks at 3. I don't know, man. I saw what they did against the Rams. They had to pull it out of their orifice, and we keep forgetting about it. And then, You know, they went to Carolina, and Carolina could turn to be a very stout playoff opponent for somebody. But I'm just concerned about the offense disappearing.
Hmm.
And that's why I'm putting the Broncos at 2. And you bet my power rankings going into the final regular season week of the year are the San Francisco 49ers leading this. Yep. I couldn't be more impressed.
Didn't you say overreaction when I said they're the
Team to beat?
favorite in the NFC?
I did because of they're the favorite at coming into the. I don't know. Somebody must be calling from San Francisco to thank you for that sort of thing. As a phone is ringing that never rings, I don't understand it. Yes, I did say that. A favorite to make the Super Bowl because anything can happen. Literally every team I just mentioned on my power rankings can win it all.
All right. Now he goes into a bunch of other things, but he's got the Niners 1. So there you go. Eisen's power rankings has the Niners 1. Who did he have 2?
He had the Broncos.
Yeah, he had Denver 2. That's right. Seattle 3, New England 4, and Chicago 5.
Correct.
Raj, who would be your top 5 power rankings right now? And do you agree with Eisen that the 49ers should be number 1? I mean, it's a dramatic thing to put the Niners number 1, especially with a defense that is not very good right now. But their offense is sure good, and their special teams are good, and Kyle Shanahan's good. Brock Purdy looks like it's his time. So I do understand. I'm excited about the Niners too. So I understand those who would put them 1. How would you rank your top 5?
I mean, I'll get back to Niners because I do think they're number 1. But let's go. Let's go 5-1. So 5-1. I got the list that he has. I'm going to say number 5. I agree with them. I think the Bears are a top 5 team. After watching that game on Sunday, man, oh, God, Chicago's good. It took it down to the wire. Like, I know the Niners defense wasn't good, but like he said, Chicago's defense wasn't good, but they're very opportunistic. They did get a pick 6 on the first play of the game. Like, that's what they do. They're very opportunistic defense. They did run the ball. They didn't have some of their players, but they still stepped up. Caleb's a really good player. I got a lot of respect for that guy. I didn't think he was going to be good coming out of the draft. I'm not going to lie to you. Fantastic, man. Fantastic player. I think the Bears have a chance because, I mean, they've beaten the Packers. They've beaten the Lions. They beat everybody in that division, top to bottom. They're good, man. I believe in them, but I don't know if they have enough, to beat a team like the, Seattle or something in the playoffs. But I think they could if they got that home field advantage. And Ben Johnson, man, first year as a head coach, he's doing great things. He's changed the culture. So shout out to the Bears. It's a good opponent. I think they're a top 5 team in the NFL right now. The way they're playing, I mean, they almost beat us last play of the game. So I got them 5. I don't think the Patriots are a top 5 team. I know they're closing in on being the number 1 team in the AFC possibly, but they have a weak schedule. I don't want to use that against them because a lot of teams you play who's in front of you. Drake May's great. He's probably going to win the MVP, but I feel like it's a weak MVP. Honestly, I mean, Matt Stafford's the other candidate, but the Rams falling off a cliff. Drake May's great. Nothing to take away from him. He's going to be a good quarterback this league. He's fantastic. I think CMC should win MVP, but that's a whole nother story for another day. I got number 4 as the Houston Texans. That defense, Larry, is on another level. These guys are playing so good football. D'Amico Ryans, CJ Stroud's hitting his stride. They got a running game now. If you're in the AFC and you have to play the Texans, I don't think you want to play them. I do not think you want to play them. That is a dangerous team, and nobody is thinking about it. Don't sleep on the Houston Texans. It's number 4. I'm going to go number 3.
It's a nasty defense.
It's nasty. Number 3, I'll probably say Denver. I know he had him at 2. I don't believe in Bo Nix in the playoffs. He's good. Is he good enough to beat a team in the playoffs? I don't know. But that defense, just like Houston, is pretty nasty. And that defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. And in playoffs, defense wins championships. Number 2, I'm going to go Seattle, man. They're the other best team in the NFC other than the Niners. We're going to find out who's better on Saturday. Seahawks, man, they've had a great pass rush. You got a pretty good offense. But the thing is, Sam Darnold, when the playoffs come, he turns into Jet Sam Darnold. And hopefully that's what happens on Saturday. And the Niners, I know maybe I'm a homer pick, but listen, despite the defense being bad or whatever you want to call it, this offense is actually so good right now. Like, nobody's stopping them. You could throw all the stats out there. We've seen them all. Brock Purdy is finding his groove. This guy's becoming elite out there. CMC, you can make the case that he should be MVP. You take away CMC from this team, I don't know where they're at. Kittle, he'll be back. He's a dog. Jennings stepping up. I mean, they got coaching galore. Kyle Shanahan is in his bag right now. Timely defense. I mean, it wasn't great, but they always find a way. And Robert Saleh, he's going to come out there and make, the adjustments. But the reason why I think the Niners, to me, are number one in the playoffs, if they get the number one seed, Larry, home field advantage at Levi Stadium, are you kidding me? You heard what Alfred Collins said today. He said this was a top 3 loudest atmosphere he's ever seen in his life, ever played in his life. Like, the Levi Stadium is a true home field. And that's why the Niners number one to me is the home field advantage. If you can get Levi Stadium home field advantage and go to the Super Bowl, that right there is a huge power. So that's what I got.
All right, interesting. So Eisen's going Niners 1, Denver 2, Seattle 3, New England 4, Chicago 5. Waj is going Niners 1, Seattle 2, Denver 3, Houston 4, Chicago 5.
Yeah.
What I find interesting about both yours and Eisen's, neither of you have the Rams in the top 5 of the league.
Overrated.
Rams.
No. Have you seen them? They've fallen off a cliff. Puka, ever since he did this, they're 0-2. And Puka's yelling at the refs. He's crying. Devontae Adams, he's been hurt with the hamstring. Listen, he's great, but he's old. And this is why I don't think Matt Stafford should be the MVP. He's struggling without Adams. He loses his Avengers, and now he's normal. He had 3 interceptions yesterday, the pick 6. Brock Purdy, everybody says, oh, he needs the Avengers. This man was doing it with Jake Tonjes and Austin Pleasance. Hello. He wasn't doing it with George Kittle. He wasn't doing it with Brian Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. He had Jake Tonjes, who, hey, respect to Jake Tonjes. He's the Los Gatos legend. My daughter goes to school in Los Gatos, so I got love for Los Gatos. But let me tell you, man, this man is doing it without the Avengers. This man Stafford loses Devontae Adams, and he can't find the end zone. Well, he did, but the other team threw to the other team. So that is why the Rams are falling off. They lose to the Falcons? Come on, I don't believe in them.
Okay. I mean, you're putting a lot on that one. This is what I got. I'll go number 5. I'm going Houston Texans. I mean, their defense, their offense is nothing, but their defense is the best.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is so good. They're so wicked. What they did to the Chargers this week was just unbelievable. And the Chargers couldn't do anything in that game with Herbert. I mean, Herbert couldn't do anything. They couldn't run. They couldn't pass. They couldn't even get yards. I mean, it was embarrassing. So Houston's defense is really wicked. So they gotta be top 5. So they're number 5. Number 4, I have Seattle. I mean, they're number 2 in points allowed per game defensively. They're number 2 in points scored offensively. So, I mean, that right there, almost you could make a very compelling case that the Seahawks are the best team in football on that alone. The fact that they are number 2 in points and they're number 2 in points allowed. So they've got to be top 5, even though I think there's flaws, and we'll get into it. 3, I've got New England. I think New England's a really good football team.
You believe?
I like the way they play. I like Drake May. I like their run game. Their offensive line's a little banged up right now, but they got a really good secondary. They're well coached. They're together. They're in all these games. They don't get blown out. I mean, there's something about them I really like. So I've got them number 3. I've got the Rams at number 2. I don't have Denver in there. You guys both have Denver. I don't believe in Denver. I don't believe in I believe in Stafford and that defensive line more than I believe in Denver and Bo Nix. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't believe in Bo Nix. So I got, and I'll put the Niners 1. And if you want to put me, call me a homer, you can. But right now, the 49ers have a great vibe. They have the best. I think Kansas City has the best coaching staff in football, but the Niners have the best coaching staff in the playoffs. I mean, Robert Saleh, Brant Boyer, Shanahan, probably coach of the year, having his best year. This is the best coaching staff the Niners have had in a long, long time. And so I think they're the best coaching staff. I think offensively, Brock Purdy is, I've felt this way since I first met Brock Purdy. I've maintained it all the way through, that I've always felt that Brock Purdy was going to win a Super Bowl here. And I said it, and I've been saying it, and Though I got to be honest, and I probably should ask this question to Shanahan today. The question that I think has to be asked is, are you guys surprised how Brock Purdy's playing coming off of this turf toe injury? If you didn't know he had a turf toe injury, you would never believe it. He doesn't look diminished. He doesn't look at all diminished. This is the best football I've ever seen him play. And after that touchdown to Juice, where he danced in and out and up and down and around, it's like, you're telling me this guy's got turf toe? I mean, how would he move if he didn't have turf toe?
Yeah.
I mean, he is playing. I've always felt like he's a championship caliber quarterback. He got to the Super Bowl against Mahomes. He did not flinch. They didn't win, but he didn't flinch. He looks like he's intent on finishing the job. Does he not?
Yeah.
He really does. That's what that's what it looks like to me. He looks like a guy who's intent. He's like, we're winning the fucking Super Bowl, and I'm leading us there, and we are not going to be denied. No defense, no problem. This is our year. I mean, that's what it looks like watching Brock Purdy. I'm trying to be objective about it. Who is playing better than Brock Purdy right now?
That's Larry. That's why I think they're the number one team, like in that power. That's why I think it's people, they're going to call us homers. Oh, then of course you're going to say that. But listen, you've seen the stats. Brock Purdy, what he's done since he came back. He had one little clunker of a game against Carolina, but he rebounded that game. But look around the league. Other teams struggled against Carolina. Carolina's a good team. They have a good defense. They're just young. Sometimes Bryce Young's still a little inconsistent. But Carolina's defense is damn good. They've picked off Matt Stafford a bevy of times. Like, all these teams are struggling against their defense because it is a good young defense. I'm going to tell you, man, no shame in throwing those picks after the last couple of weeks, seeing other teams play Carolina for Brock Purdy. And he has been an absolute heater. NFC Player of the Week last week, Offensive Player of the Week last week, 5 touchdowns. Got another 5. He's probably going to win NFC Offensive Player of the Week again this week. We got the template already set up. Like, this guy is balling, like, just at a high level. Okay, he throws the pick 6, whatever, and he bounced back and he just went on. And I mean, like you said, the plays that he made, the little scramble, the RPO, holy smokes, the little touchdown to Juice. I mean, he was throwing some dimes. Like, this guy is playing at a high level. No quarterback right now is playing better than Brock Purdy. It's unbelievable what he's doing. And if you put him in that playoff zone and they're in Levi Stadium, I think you're right. I think he wants to finish the job. I think he had a sour taste in his mouth, and he wants to get these boys back. They believe in him. Trent Williams knows this is his chance finally to win a Super Bowl. George Kittle knows, I don't know how many more opportunities I'm going to have. We got to ride with Brock, right? All these veterans know that Brock Purdy is going to take them. And if they make it again, they're not losing. It's in Levi Stadium. And this man, Brock Purdy, is playing with some, I mean, I don't know what is, he's like just turned into a whole nother person, because this man is so good lately. It's crazy. Some of the throws he's making, it's just, oh man, you've seen the film breakdowns. Kurt Benkert, I saw Chase Daniel do one. I've seen the film watchers. Everybody's doing these film breaks, and they're just showing like how impressive his awareness is. There was Kendrick Bourne last night was on Speakeasy, and he was breaking down Brock Purdy and how he like is able to read things, and he kind of sees the receiver and he checks the play, and he the play's there, but he has to improvise so much. I'm just blown away by Brock Purdy, man. He's impressed. And I was one of those guys that said, is he going to be the same after the toe injury? How's the mobility? And really, honestly, this is the best football I've seen Brock Purdy play. The toe injury, I don't even think about it anymore. It's gone.
It's amazing. On throws between the numbers, 17 of 22 for 230 yards and a 96.2 QBR. This is against the Bears. On throws against zone in the Bears game, 15 of 18 for 204 yards, 92.9 QBR. Surgical, absolutely surgical. Incredible, really. I want to play the Benkert thought, because the Benkert is so damn good. Raj.
So good.
This is one of the best little, and give us, indulge us here. It's a minute or two, and then we'll come back. We'll do our sleeper lineup. We'll get to the chat. We got a lot to get to. But I do want to play this because this is really quality. This is really quality. Kurt was his backup, and he did this video, and it's just really good. In a minute or two, we'll play it. Here it is.
Why does Brock Purdy get paid $55 million a year? It's because of plays like these. Now, I was with Brock Purdy with the 49ers before he was ever a starter. He was the backup to Jimmy Garoppolo. I was the backup to him. And one thing I loved about him was that every single day after practice, he took the script and went through every single play that he did not get a rep of in walkthrough. And I'd run these routes for him, routes just like these. Now, this is game on the line, 2-minute drill. Gotta have it, okay? We're going to get a motion across the field, and Brock's going to have to gather in information, quick little shift out, and look at where his eyes are, right here. This is his key indicator on this play. And also, we've got to be aware of these two guys. And look at how he processes what's happening here with a great throw, great timing, and great accuracy with anticipation. Okay? We're going to get eyes moving to the right. This is going to guarantee that we pull him to the passing strength and a cover 2 look because the linebacker is typically going to wall, meaning his back is going to be to the opposite side of the passing strength. So we have 1, we have 2, and probably out here somewhere we have 3, okay? Brock's gathering information on his first step. 1, 2, 3, first hitch. Now he's flipping his eyes around slightly. You can see it. He is trying to read this defender. Now, body language-wise, this defender's in a pretty good position to make a play. However, Brock's in a better position to anticipate and make an incredible throw to help ice this game. Now, ball is coming out right here. When a quarterback pats his hands, he's already made his decision. He knows what type of throw it's going to be. Everything is done at this point. Back up for 1 second. Look at this. Pats as he's cutting through his break, and look at where this ball is placed. Also keeping in mind where these guys are at this point in time. He has made his decision right now that this ball is going to be thrown right here. Incredible. Watch this. Bam. All out. Incredible placement. Incredible timing. And this is on a frozen rope. Brock's arm looks really good right now. And he's making every single throw all over the field. And Juwan Jennings is going to go do the rest. Also want to give a shout out to Ricky Purcell. Great block to spring this. Way to get in the way. But man, Brock Purdy, he's a technician. He has full awareness and understanding of the offense. He's playing with great anticipation. And we know when he needs to make plays with his feet, his toe is healing and he can get it done. And the Niners are 1 game away from finding their way into the number 1 seed if they beat the Seahawks this next weekend, even though they've been through hell and back with injuries this year. They're playing good ball. Shanahan up for coach of the year, and Brock, he's back.
Yeah, I mean, that was well done. But, you know, the thing is, you can have all that knowledge. You can have all that, you know exactly where you're going. But I mean, if you go back and look at that play again, the exact positioning of his shoulders, he's selling it, and then he's ripping it, man. I mean, he just ripped that throw, and he's not throwing it. He's thrown it to a spot, man.
I know.
I mean, it really shows that he's in lockstep with his receivers. He's done the mental reps. He's done the physical reps. He's done the practice reps. He's doing these reps with purpose, and you're seeing him perfect it. And it was just awesome. That was an awesome kind of breakdown there by Benkert. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really good. Now, I want to quote now. This is Greg Cosell, who was on the radio earlier today. Listen to this. This is what Cosell said about Purdy. He said on Brock Purdy, one of the reasons why he went so late in the draft, he said he sees the defense as he's dropping back and immediately knows where to go with the football. It's just innate. He's a master at that. These are the details, nuances, and subtleties of the position that are very, very hard. And one reason he was the last pick in the draft is because the college game guys are so different that you don't have to do this in college. So people didn't know he had this innate trait. And it's really a high level. It's quarterbacking at a high level.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's really it right there. And we're so enamored with height and, looking for broad shoulders and 6'5" and this and that. And foot speed. Yeah. I mean, Anthony Richardson went 5th overall. Why? He's 6'4", 240. He ran in the 4.4s, and everybody's like, oh my God, look at this guy throw the ball. He can throw it through a wall. Look at him run. He can run faster than running backs. He's going to be awesome. Well, he's not only not awesome, he's tapping out. He's clearly not the guy. And then you got this guy who just keeps making play after play after play. But to me, what's got to be, I mean, if it's not a surprise, then maybe they misled us a little bit. But I think it's got to be a surprise. It's a surprise to me that, and I'm there all the time, that Brock Purdy is actually playing his best football in a year where he's supposed to be playing with turf toe.
I know he's playing his. I said it. He's playing the best ball of his career, and that's why I said, like, I don't even think about the turf toe anymore, because he's making you forget about the turf toe. What he's doing right now, you can tell he's healthy. When he first came back at the Jaguars, big difference. You could tell it was really hampering him. A lot of people were worried. Is he going to be the same? I said, is it going to be that Brock Purdy? We need that mobility. We remember from the NFC Championship game against Detroit. Like, that's what brought the Niners back and won that game. Brock scrambling, creating, using his feet. And I didn't know if we were going to get it back. But, man, you see everything he's doing, and it's unbelievable. And he's seeing the defense. He's taking what they're giving him, but he's also just being so anticipatory. And he is in another level right now. So whatever he's doing, however he's getting there, I need him to keep it going, because this has been some of the best quarterbacking, I mean, we've seen on this franchise. We've had Steve Young, Joe Montana, and he's breaking records. He's doing things that they've never done before. Like, it's crazy. Every week there's a new ESPN stat. Like, Brock Purdy's done 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, this, that. Brock Purdy has more rushing, back-to-back rushing games. He's the first one to go 10 touchdowns, or like all these crazy stats that they keep throwing out there. It's like, man, he really is going out there and just fucking showing why he's, the franchise quarterback, showing people why he got paid all that money. Because I remember everybody's, bad contract. The way he's playing, Larry, it kind of looks like that was a steal. Like, he looks like he's a steal at the money he got paid on the contract. If he keeps playing this way, that contract is a bargain, an absolute bargain. Unbelievable.
It was the going rate. The contract's a non-issue. If people are getting crazy about the contract, they got some other axe to grind. You referenced Bourne. Here's Bourne. I want to listen to what Bourne says here, and it kind of launches me into a thought about Niners Seahawks, and then we'll get to our sleeper lineup. Here's Bourne with Manuacho and Shady McCoy.
Teach the audience watching about that moment in that game-winning play.
So Brock is really controlling that whole play. He's controlling them with his eyes. He knows what he's reading. He knows where he's looking. So he's setting it all up. He don't just go straight look to JJ. He has to look at the stop route, the sit route. He has to keep his body demeanor in the right position to where the backer don't flow over. Yeah, because they played 2. They played cover 2. So JJ got to get his depth. He did a good job of getting over the backers. And Brock throws a great pass of that touch ball just in that cover 2 seam. But he's going across, so it's really Brock, but it's Kyle putting it all together. We got to answer for everything, and that's why Brock's playing at a high level, because he's reading it right.
We got an answer for everything. We got an answer for everything, and Brock's reading it right. I mean, that when Shanahan's deep in his bag like he is right now, it appears that they have an answer for everything. And I would agree generally with the statement, and Brock's reading it right. So the question is this: Seattle rolls in Saturday night. On paper, Raj, they're number 2 on offense in points scored. They're number 2 on defense in points allowed. Their statistical profile says they're the better team. The Niners have a great offense, a quarterback that we really believe has some special traits, a head coach that we think is going to win a Super Bowl, but a pretty bad defense that's just kind of hanging on. Really can't stop anybody, but they have a great coordinator, but I'd rather have great players than a great coordinator. What do you think? I mean, do they have an answer for everything? Do they have an answer for, I asked Kyle today about Michael McDonald's defense, and he's like, hey man, they play the run, and they sit in their 2 shell and they take away any big explosives. And then they're still really physical with you. And then they've got great timed blitzes, and he knows exactly when to time them and how to bring them. And so he's really a master. Is Shanahan and Purdy going to have the answers, or is Michael McDonald and the Seahawks going to have their way Saturday night?
I mean, I'm hoping Kyle and Brock have the answers. And like I said, lately, Kyle Shanahan has just been putting on a clinic. I mean, he outdueled Ben Johnson. And that game was you know, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the Niners don't have this and defense and this," and Brock Purdy's only playing against the bad defenses. The Colts is listen, man. He's playing with Jawan Jennings, Kendrick Bourne, Demarcus Robinson as his top receivers. You know, Purcell's been hurt, Kittle's been hurt. I mean, no disrespect to those guys. Jennings is really playing at a very high level, but I mean, he's not a wide receiver one on most teams. He's playing with guys that are, you know, backups on most teams. Jake Tonjes, right? Although I think he could become Kittle's successor eventually down the line, but that's the thing. Brock Purdy's doing this with guys that probably wouldn't really be starters on other teams. So they have to get up and become starters. I know you have Christian McCaffrey, so that's a plus. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to come down to coaching, Larry, and it's what it is. It's an NFC West battle. You can sit here and say Seattle's so good. Oh, yeah, their offense and all the stats that you mentioned. But when it comes down to a division game like this, it comes down to coaching. And, you know, it's happened before, the Rams and the Niners. There's been times with the Rams where so much of a better team. A couple weeks ago when they played that first game, when Mac Jones was starting, right? And the Niners were banged up and they won. It was like, holy smokes, how the Niners win. So in these games, both teams know each other. They know what's at stake. McDonald versus Kyle, it's going to come down to the coaching. And I think Kyle, man, right now he's coaching better than anybody in the league. I think he's coach of the year. I mean, to sit here and be 12-4 with a chance to have the number one seed in the NFC, Larry, is unbelievable with all the injuries they've had and everything they've had to face, you know. So I think right now Kyle Shanahan is going to get it done. And I think because him and Brock Purdy are the best quarterback coach duo in the league right now. Right now, nobody's doing better than them. I mean, you can sit here and say, oh, they played a weak schedule. Patriots, they're same thing, but they're winning and everybody's, they're a good team. So you play with who you have. You play against who you got, and I really count on Kyle and Brock, man. They're hungry. They're playing at a phenomenal level right now. So.
Dude, you just said it right there. I totally agree with you. The Niners are super dangerous. Why? Because they have experience and they're hungry. They're hungry. You know, you're not hungry for something you haven't tasted. There's a lot of these teams that have never tasted it. So they're not hungry for it. They want it, but they're not hungry for it. The Niners have tasted it. They were in the Super Bowl in overtime. They understand what it feels like to lose that game. So they are hungry and they are experienced, and that's a scary combination. All right, let's hit our sleeper lineup, and we are brought to you by our friends at Sleeper. That's right. 49er football season is presented by Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy platform in the world. It's a one-stop shop. You get blazing fast news, real-time stats, group chats, season-long leagues, and, of course, Sleeper picks for daily fantasy. So use promo code Larry, Larry. Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Link is in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. Once again, sign up. You're going to love it. It's a ton of fun. Sign up and send me a comment. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. All right, let's hit our lineup here. Raj, what direction are we going? Niners, Hawks. I'll give you one. Let's start with Brock Purdy. I like the Brock Purdy rush stat. Brock Purdy runs when the money is on the table. Hey, it's December. The money's on the table. The 49ers view this as a playoff game. So I love the rush yards over more than 13.5 rush yards for Brock Purdy.
I like it.
More.
I think that's a smart bet. We just talked about his mobility, about him, on the turf toe and how he looks like, a different person. I think he's got to run at least for a 15. The one thing about Brock right now, I'm watching that game on Saturday or Sunday, and you were there, I was there. Amazing, but when he ran, I thought he was Mike Vick. I was like, oh, this is Mike Vick. Like, that's what he was looking like. It's his. You don't think that Brock Purdy has that, but when he does it, it's like, oh my God. Like when he's just breaking people's ankles, it's unbelievable. So I'll go with that. I like that.
Let's go Darnold. Let's see what Sam Darnold's got for props. I like over more than a half an interception. Sam Darnold's thrown 9 picks. In the last number of games, he has got 9 touchdowns and 9 picks.
Okay.
So give me a Sam Darnold throw a pick for sure.
You know what? That's it. Playoff Darnold. He usually sees those ghosts. Picks. Yeah, I like that. It's good.
Who do you want to go with here?
Go Christian McCaffrey.
Little CMC.
The receiving, listen, he needs 110 yards receiving to get 1,000 for the season. He's on pay. I don't know if he's going to get 110, but I'm pretty sure he's going to go over 31.5. I would bet the house that he's going to be a big receiver in this game. Shanahan knows he's going to try to get him the record, but at the same time, they got to do what they got to do to win. But I could see him getting some big receptions. He's trying to go for 1,000, Larry. That's the pick.
I agree. That's a pick. I mean, can you get more money by making that number bigger? Because I think he goes way past 31.5.
Probably.
All right, so there we go. Let's go JSN. JSN. Ooh, look at that. 102 is the receiving yards.
Is he gonna cook us that? But listen,
oh my god,
you heard what
dude.
Lenore said this week. He wants to shadow
no.
JSN. I don't know if 102 is a lot.
102?
It's a lot for the prop.
Oh my god.
Let's stay away from it. I'm gonna take the anytime touchdown.
I was gonna say for sure, give me the over 7.5 receptions.
Yeah.
The guy's going to catch 8 or 9 balls. I mean, he is. They go to him all the time. I had him on my fantasy team this year. He's just ridiculous. So I'm going to go with more than 7.5 receptions. That 102, I can't even touch that. Let's go one more.
Okay.
We don't even know if Kittle's going to go.
I'm pretty sure he's going to. He's not going to miss the opportunity to play in those jerseys. But you're right.
No, JJ.
There's no official word. Juwan.
JJ, it's touchdown, man. Yeah. Anytime touchdown for JJ.
Yeah, mark it. Put it on the board, yes.
Put it on the board, yes. There you go. All right, let's see what it makes. Let's see what it pays. $5 to win $83.15. Whoo, I like that. McCaffrey's needs 32 receiving yards. That's a lock. Jennings needs a touchdown. Seemingly, that's a lock. I think he scored in like 7 straight games. Okay. Purdy has to run for 14 yards.
Easy money.
Come on, man. Darnold's got to throw a pick. I mean, Darnold's already probably thrown a pick.
Loading.
JSN needs 8 receptions. Oh, this is like free money. This is like stopping by the ATM machine. This is just absolute gimme. That is an absolute gimme. Now we're talking it up, but once again, incredible. Love Sleeper. And once again, if you haven't signed up for Sleeper yet, now's the perfect time. Use my code to get a free $20 off. No deposit required. Plus, first-time users still also receive 100% deposit match up to $100, and you'll give yourself a chance to win 1,000 times your cash. Even better, anyone who trails our slip that we just built here gets a chance to win $100 to use on Sleeper. Just send a screenshot of your slip with these picks to hmasleeperpicks@gmail.com and include your Sleeper username in the email to enter. We've been running this every week in December, so do not miss out. It's a great way to make some extra bucks. And that is a winning ticket right there. I mean, I feel good about them a lot, but I feel great about that ticket right there. So thanks to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of the Krug Show. We love Sleeper. They do an incredible job. And sign up. We absolutely endorse Sleeper 100%. All right. One of the things that I wanted to hit today, in addition to this game, we got more on the game, but I want to hit the fact that today, Frank Gore was announced as a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. He's one of 4 first-time eligible candidates to advance to the final 15 in the voting process. The others are Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, and Jason Witten. Those guys are all great players. Don't get me wrong. But come on. Frank Gore is the 3rd all-time leading rusher in the NFL. The longevity is off the charts. So he's eligible for the Hall of Fame and is now a finalist. And Roger Craig, the original member of the 1,000 Club, has been previously announced as a seniors category finalist, along with Kenny Anderson, L.C. Greenwood, Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft. And so we may get Craig and Gore in the Hall of Fame this year. How amazing would it be if we had Craig and Gore, and then the Pats got Kraft and Belichick, and it was Niners Pats, Brock Purdy, Drake May in the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's a story. That's a good story. I didn't think about the Patriots. I've been saying Niners because they'll announce the Hall of Fame before the Super Bowl, and I'm thinking Craig and Gore, that'd be fantastic. But now that you just said the Patriots won, that's a little, that could be the script, Larry. It could be the script.
That would not be bad. That would not be bad. Demo Lenore came out and said he wants to shadow JSN. And we asked Shanahan about it today, and he's like, hey, man, it makes me love Demo Lenore that much more. But, we're not doing that. Or he basically was like, hey, look, if we decide to do it, we'll decide to do it. If we think it's in our best interest, we'll do it. But I don't know that Demo Lenore can handle JSN one-on-one all day. JSN is awesome, man. I think Demo Lenore, be careful what you wish for. Right? I mean, come on. There's another thing I wanted to show you on Brock Purdy that I thought was really incredible. Oh no, I wanted to show you this. Here we go. This was, to me, there was an interview where Juice talked about the Niners mindset. And listen to this. This is really interesting stuff and how they view this game on Saturday against Seattle. And it's an interesting mindset. It makes me think the Niners are really going to fire. Here's Kyle Juszczyk.
Are you guys openly communicating about wanting the number one seed amongst each other? Or are you guys just saying, okay, it's just one game at a time?
It's, hey, it's that classic, like, we'll talk about the one seed and then everyone's like, hey, it's not about the one seed. It's about this game. But I mean, in reality, man, we all know it's at stake.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, we feel like, I mean, this is a playoff game because if we can win this one and next one, we get a game off. That's an automatic win.
It is, brother.
That's worth more than a wild card win, So, yeah, we're very aware of it, and we talk about all of it.
So they're aware of it, and obviously they're aware of it. I mean, it seems almost ridiculous to think they wouldn't be aware of it. But there are teams that kind of compartmentalize their thoughts and everything, but they're aware of it and they understand. Let me ask you this. There are people that have said this, that the 49ers' best and maybe only chance to win the Super Bowl is to win on Saturday. Do you agree with that?
I don't agree with that. I think they can still win it if they don't win on Saturday, but I think their odds 100, obviously they go up because you get the bye week, you get to rest. People that are hurt get a little bit of time to, recover. Trent Williams, if he plays this week, we don't know. So if he doesn't play this week and you get the number one seed and you get that extra week off, that's a big plus. So yeah, 100%, it would be great. But I still think the Niners can win games on the road. I'm not worried about a lot of these. I've said it all year. I just not worried about these teams. I told you about the Rams. If the Niners had to play the Rams and they had to go to Levi's South, right, and they had to go to SoFi, it's a home game for the Niners. I'm not worried about that. They're falling apart. The Niners could beat them. Eagles, their offense has been ugly. They got a good, they got the trenches are good, but I feel like the Super Bowl hangover is it's there. The cloud is there, and it's going to fall apart for them in the playoffs. The Bears, good, but we showed we could beat them. Everybody else in that NFC, I'm really not worried. I'm not. So I think the Niners could go on the road in any of these situations and win. But yeah, obviously you want the number one seed because if the playoffs are in Levi Stadium, Larry, they're not losing.
It does make you feel good. It does make you feel good. It makes you feel like they got a real shot. Now their defense. I mean, what do you make? I mean, I talked to Chase Lucas today. Shanahan said that Upton Stout's in the concussion protocol still. Mm-hmm. He was limited at practice today. Yeah. Man, Raj, this is the problem spot, the nickel. They really struggled covering. And when Stout went out, they really struggled. I mean, it's just that to me is my major concern is just what, can they cover? Can they cover JSN? Can they cover the Seahawks receivers? Can they get off the field? On third downs, or is it just one of these things where it's just, up and down the field all day long? What do you think? I mean, what's the key defensively? Is there anything that they haven't done defensively that you think they ought to try?
I mean, I think Salah's done everything, and he's working with the best he's got with the personnel. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say it. I'm not stressed about the defense. We've seen it. They've been letting up a lot of points. Bend but don't break. They've been bending a lot. At the end, when it comes to, push comes to shove, they made the plays they need to, but it's a dangerous way to live in the playoffs. They don't really have a stout pass rush, but I think if they can get Upton Stout back, that's a big, that's a difference maker. He's been really good this season. He's a playmaker. I just think that, hopefully people get healthy. I like Tatum Bethune, but, he's got to get better in coverage, maybe blitz a little bit more, but at the same time, you don't have that guy like Bosa that commands a double team, so it doesn't open it up for everybody else. So I'm just going to trust Robert Saleh, man. I've trusted him all year, and he's made the plays. He's made the adjustments. I don't really think there's a magical button that you can do. You just got to hope and pray these guys lock down and tighten up and, stop making penalties. That's one thing. They've had some bad penalties here and there through the season. But, yeah, I hope we get Upton Stout back. I hope we get Renardo Green back. He came back to practice today. He was full. I think things like that, little things like that will help us a long way. Getting a guy like Renardo and Stout, that's a huge, huge difference maker for the Niners.
One of the things that, I'm not surprised by that many things, but, I give you my takes, I give you my honest opinions, and I'm straight with the audience, but I don't sit here and try to pretend like I'm Vince Lombardi and Bill Walsh rolled into one. Like I have all the answers. Like I know more than everybody else. I'm just giving you my opinion. My opinion was that in OTAs that Austin Pleasance looked like a ton. And we did videos on it. And I'm like, look how big this guy is. Look how athletic he is. Look how fast he is. Then he got to training camp, and it seemed like he just couldn't block anybody. He was getting worked by Bryce Huff, sometimes not even getting a finger on Huff, and Huff was going right by. He was getting burned by power, just waltzed into the lap of the quarterback. He just looked awful. He wasn't doing anything impressive at all this summer. And I thought to myself, if they have to play this guy, they are absolutely screwed. And then sure enough, Trent Williams goes out in the biggest game of the year. And this guy comes in, and man, he played great. He really played great. And here is Baldy's breakdown of one of his plays. This is some good stuff by Baldy, who was a former offensive lineman. Listen to what he says about Pleasance here.
So Trent Williams gets hurt on the very first play of the game, and Austin Pleasance come in. And what a pleasant surprise. I mean, but honestly, the guy's never played. I mean, he's been in this league since 2020 on 6 different practice squads. But Chris Forster is the offensive line coach of the 49ers. He's the best, if not one of the best line coaches in this business. You watch this guy just throw Austin Booker inside. Like, he's got size and he's got strength. He's 6'7", he's 330, and he can bend. His knees bend. He's got good movement. You watch him working with Burford here. Like, watch him push down, all right, and then come up on T.J. Edwards. And there goes Robinson right by him. Watch him. Like, watch him just go foul this play, just knocking people over, just getting in on the pile. Feels good. He's basically been out there just taking a knee at the end of games this year. I mean, 6 different practice squads in 5 years. Undrafted free agent, right, out of Ohio University. Just widening Booker right there so McCaffrey can cut it up. Like, you watch these plays and you're like, game-winning touchdown, right? You got to build the wall. It's a little jet protection here. Here comes Brendel and Burford and Pleasance. Like, watch him just wall this all off right here. That's Grady Jarrett and Austin Booker. Like, can you protect the backside of Brock Purdy any better than that? To whip it and whip it good like that. And then, when McCaffrey ran this touchdown, this might have been his best block of the night. This cutoff block of Grady Jarrett, you got to be able to move to get in a position to do that. Cut off a 3 technique like that. So Run CMC can take it into the end zone. That was a nice night. Good job by Chris Forster again. Excellent job getting Pleasance ready to play. Didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, I mean, impressive. Raj, the thing about this that's the most impressive, I don't even think Baldy hit on. This guy hasn't played in a game with any significance since August.
Yeah, no, I know.
Didn't play in September, October, November. It's December 30th.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't played in a game in 4 months.
Well, not only that, Larry, he's never really been on a team. He's been on practice squads. He's a journeyman, 6 practice. That's crazy. I made a post about that the other day, and I was like, this guy's been on practice squads since 2020, and I put the list of all the teams. He's never really even played in a game and in a regular, this guy's never seen action. And given the circumstances, Trent Williams, All-Pro, Hall of Famer, goes down and you throw you in. Like, obviously you got to be prepared no matter what time. You throw in Austin Pleasance in this big game, and he stepped up. He played good. I wouldn't say he played great because pass protection was at times was a little bad, and he had that big whiff where Brock got shellacked. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, given the circumstances, he played so good, Larry. You saw the blocks. Run game was on point. That was Christian McCaffrey's biggest run output of the season. 140 yards rushing, best of the season. Austin Pleasance was in at left tackle. Fantastic, man. I got to give him a lot of props. This guy, he finally got a chance to play, and he played pretty damn good. So shout out to Pleasance. I hope Trent Williams is good, but I have a little bit more confidence in Pleasance. And I think, if he has another week to prep and, study the film and get ready, get his feet set, I think he'll be even better this week. So, yeah, shout out to Pleasance. But that's just the Niners this year, Larry. Somebody goes down, you're like, shit. And then somebody steps in, and you're like, oh my God, what a pleasant surprise, no pun intended. Fred Warner goes down, and Tatum Bethune comes in, and he, looked really good when he first came in. And you got all these people just stepping up. It's the Niners this year, Larry. It's a credit to the coaching staff, and just tells you how special this team really is, man. They got great depth. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
They really do have great depth.
Yeah.
I mean, a number of guys have come off the bench and played really good football. All right. Occasionally I don't know if this guy is this guy's putting me on, or if this guy's just a freaking idiot. But I found this.
I saw that.
And I gotta share the screen on this.
You shit on
this
it.
might be one of the worst. This might be one of the worst analysis I think I've ever heard. All right. I mean, there's good analysis and there's bad analysis. And then there's this. This is atrocious. All right. Listen to this. I don't know what we should start a GoFundMe for this guy.
This guy's a rage baiter.
I mean, what is going on? Not to mention, this guy doesn't look like he was around for Jerry's career. But here we go.
Jerry Rice could never play in today's NFL.
We could stop it right there.
Just stop. Stop the tape. Stop the fight.
We could stop it right there. And I think you get the gist of what? Excuse me? We'll take it from the top.
Jerry Rice could never play in today's NFL. What nobody's ever told you about Jerry Rice is the fastest 40-yard dash that Jerry Rice has ever ran is a 4.71. There are defensive linemen who are running faster 40-yard dashes on a consistent basis in 2025. Jerry Rice's main thing was route running. It was agility, being able to get in and out of breaks quickly. That's because back in the day, nobody practiced agility. Nobody practiced strength training. Yeah. Jerry Rice was great for his time. He's not a great all-time wide receiver because his game can't go in different eras. Jerry Rice would have to be a tight end in 2025 just based off of his speed. So imagine Jerry Rice, 75 pounds heavier, having to block and run routes. You would never call him the greatest wide receiver of all time ever again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What in the heck? I mean, I'm not for blocking people or banishing them, but I mean, come on, that's about as close as it gets. Right
this guy's a rage baiter. I think
what
I saw you
was that?
I saw you comment, and then I saw it earlier, and then I went through his page. I think he intentionally just goes and says the shittiest things for content, which, and if he's sincere, Larry, if he really wants to try to get into sports media or, he's done with a take like that. You are absolutely putting yourself in a position where you're never going to get hired unless Nick Wright likes his takes and he gets hired by one of those shows. But no, in all seriousness, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say.
That is the worst.
That
is people back then didn't believe in strength training, and nobody had agility.
Unbelievable.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's got to be that.
Why? Because you said so?
Who is he? And I think
who are you?
His profile, if you click on his profile, I think it's like extremely good ball knower or something. Like he just looks like a dipshit. He looks like
Bro.
a dweeb.
I
That's it.
was like, when
Dipshit.
I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. That has to be one of the most pathetic. I mean, Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice, who might be able to still play today. You're telling me if he played today in his prime, he'd suck?
Play the beginning of that clip again, just the first snippet. I gotta hear it again.
Oh God!
Oh my God! You know, you gave him views, and that's what he wants.
So
we're giving him the attention that he wants.
I mean, that was just that. Let me go back to it. When I saw that, I was like, this guy's got to be joking.
I saw your quote tweet. I was dying with it earlier.
Oh my God! Jerry Rice could not play in today's NFL. It's like, what? I'd love to mention that to Jerry next time you see him. Unbelievable. Here it is.
One. Jerry Rice could never play in today's NFL. Ever told you about Jerry Rice is the fastest 40-yard dash that Jerry Rice has ever ran is a 4.71. There are defensive linemen.
Oh yeah. The world's changed so much. You know, it's like, Jerry wouldn't have a prayer today. He would be a tight end, and then when the guys start going into, and then he would have to gain this many pounds, and it's like, dude, shut.
Oh my God! How many times did he have to take that to say it with a straight face? Because you know he had to say that he probably had to practice that like 100 times. Because there's no way you don't say that and like make yourself laugh by saying
I'd almost like to play that for Jerry and just be like, Jerry,
you should.
Jerry, what do you think of this, Jer? I mean, he would just start laughing, I bet.
You know what though, Larry? You might want to be careful because you saw what happened with Diggs today. Stephon Diggs, he got that might be Jerry Rice. He might have an altercation where he beats the piss out of it because that's a horrible take. I'd be pissed. If someone said that about me and I'm Jerry Rice, I'm strangling that boy.
I mean, no, you don't. You feel sorry for him. I mean, that's an awful take. What's the next take? Joe was weak.
Yeah.
You know, or I mean, it's Reggie White wasn't all that because I mean, it's like, come on, give me a break. I know there's a tendency when you're young to feel like or to want to believe that everybody that you're watching is the best. Yeah. And for the most part, it is true. Athletes get bigger, stronger, faster. Like sometimes when I watch baseball from the 70s and 80s, I wonder how good would those guys be today. But then, you got to remember they would have everything of today. They would have all the advantages. They'd have all the weight training and all the dietitians and all the stuff that players have today. So, they would be as good athletes. I don't know.
Athletes. I mean, if they train, they're going to be as good as they were back then, but in a different era, 100%.
Yeah, I just, there's this. I know there's this like, hey, everybody we're watching now is the best, but in reality, I'm not the get off my lawn guy, but I'm also not willing to just acknowledge that everybody who came before sucks compared to now. Yeah. I want you to hear this. This is a pretty good little retraction from Shady. I like Acho quite a bit. Shady sometimes rubs me wrong, but here's Shady owning his anti-Purdy.
If this Brock Purdy shows up, they in great hands.
Hello.
Right? I don't know about no Super Bowl and all that, because at his best, he couldn't win a Super Bowl. And I don't think they have enough on that team to win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because sometimes you get a little carried away with the SB word, right? So I don't want to use the SB word. It's like cursing. All I'm going to say is if this Brock Purdy shows up, Cat Bear, they might be doing something. Because I'm thinking, like, what other teams could play like that in the playoffs? I'm thinking the Rams, obviously, the defending champs. But who else over there? Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, that I really believe in. So yeah, I like this Brock Purdy, and I want to apologize because Brock. When you see, I keep forgetting though when he play like that.
Yeah.
Right? Because he has some games like us. It's like, let's throw it away. Yeah. And he has some games like this, like, yo, don't forget. Yeah. So I want to give him that credit because he made us all remember how special he really is.
I think that's what a lot of people are saying right now, Raj, is just, how special Brock Purdy clearly is. The stats that jumped out to me was somebody put out a graphic of Purdy versus Stafford in the last 4 games. And Stafford's thrown for 1,349 yards. Purdy's thrown for 1,061. But then you go touchdown interception ratio. Stafford 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. Purdy 15 touchdowns, 2 picks. Then you go to completion percentage. Stafford's at 64%. Purdy's at 70%.
Wow.
And then you're at passer rating, and Stafford's at 107.9. Purdy's at 120.5. And Rams have gone 2-2, and Purdy and the Niners have gone 4-0. And in those 4 games, they've scored 42, 48, 37. I mean, they're putting up 40 a game. We know the Niners defense isn't great, but is Brock Purdy in this offense, could they possibly get it dialed up to the point where the offense carried them all the way through? Is it possible?
I think that's what we're going to have to hope for because, like I said, the defense, it's kind of up and down. You don't know what you can trust. You don't know if you're going to get a pass rush out of them. At this point, I think the offense is going to have to carry them. I mean, you've seen over the last couple of weeks, the offense has carried them, and I think that's what this season's about. Is it's going to be the offense. It's going to be on Brock. It's going to be Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be this offense, and that's why I think Kyle Shanahan is having such a good season because he is truly letting this offense be the heart of this team. Usually sometimes the defense saves the day, and you got Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. You don't have those guys, so you have to really, really, really hunker down and get this offense rolling. When you went basically 2-3 weeks without a punt, man, that was unheard of. Freaking Morstead finally punted. Like, that's how good this offense has been. And I think they can continue to be that good. They're a well-oiled offense with Brock Purdy. And it's unbelievable that it's going down like this, but I believe in this offense. It's amazing. Like, yeah, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, right? It's going to be a heck of a matchup, but you just read how accurate Brock Purdy's been. Like, this offense has just been acting and playing on this stratosphere that's just something else. And that's credit to Kyle Shanahan, man. He's really been fantastic this year. So good stuff. And the other thing is, it's funny that Shady, apologized to Brock, but it's not just him. Everybody in the media is starting
Coward.
to coward. They're glazing him at everybody. Oh, Brock, because they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to be wrong. Now
okay. All I would say though is that while you're complimenting Brock, the one thing that kind of bugs me is there's a lot of people that have been trying to kind of crap. It's like this 2-step move. Like, let's compliment Brock and let's crap all over Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Dude, Mac Jones is a badass.
He's good. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't
I
even
have
do
total
this
confidence in Mac Jones.
Total.
If Brock Purdy got knocked out, Mac Jones could win the Super Bowl. I really believe that.
I think so. That's a fair take. Yeah,
Mac Jones is the best backup quarterback the Niners have had in a long time. A long time. Now they had Kaepernick. Then they had Alex Smith as the backup, I guess. But I mean, right now, Mac Jones can run this offense. He's accurate as hell. He's poised. He's not afraid of the moment. He's got some moxie. He's got some magic. I like Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is really good. And, yes, Brock, you said it, I said it, we all said it. Brock Purdy's better than Mac Jones. But that doesn't mean that Mac Jones is crap. Mac Jones is good, really good. And for people to be like, oh, you guys wanted to stay with Mac Jones. We just wanted to stay with Mac Jones for a couple more weeks.
He was winning, dude. The team was on a heater. Like, it was hard to sit there and say, oh, this guy's got the hot hand. Like, everybody in the media was saying it.
Well, he completed 85% of his passes the last game.
Take to sit there and say, because we did not know Brock Purdy was going to be the way
basically good as new.
We didn't know if the toe, because you're questioning him from coming back from the turf toe, and you're like, oh man. But now that he's performing the way he has, you're like, turf toe, it's nothing. Because the difference between those two is Brock Purdy's mobility elevates him to another level. Mac Jones will never be at that level because of that mobility. He's good. And I got nothing but respect for Mac. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be in this position. This guy saved the season. Like, shout out to Mac Jones. He truly was a savior at the beginning of the season. Amazing. Because if we would have had any other backup quarterback, Larry, we're not in this position. We might be fighting for a playoff spot this weekend, not the number 1 seed. So that mobility that Brock has, you could see it. And it's like, holy smokes. But if he goes down, I got so much confidence on Mac Jones. Unless the only team I'm stressed about if we were down the line and play in the Super Bowl because of Mac Jones is Texans. That fucking defense is good. They probably kill him. They probably kill him.
We saw that movie, huh?
Yeah, we already saw it.
That wasn't a good movie.
No.
I would love to see Mac Jones get a little payback on the Patriots. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be a fun one.
Wouldn't that be something? Anyway it goes down, just get this ring. Okay, some quick hitters and then we'll call it. Give me the player that you said, not necessarily CMC or Purdy, right? They're the headliners. Give me a non-headliner that you think is going to ball out going forward.
Okay. And just in this game Saturday or for the whole playoffs?
Could be the playoffs, could be this game Saturday. I mean, just give me somebody that you think is about to ball out and play ball.
Okay. I'm going to say on offense, I think Ricky Pearsall, man. He's so close. He's there. He's so there. That route that he ran. Oh man, I'm still dreaming about that route. That was so good. He's got so much talent, Larry. This guy is a fantastic player. Just has to be able to stay on the field. I see the talent. This guy is, a hard worker. He's a good person, and you could tell he wants it. He's hungry. I think he's working towards it, and I think Ricky Pearsall is going to be that guy that is an X factor, and you're like, oh wow. Ricky Pearsall, man, he's here. He's arrived. If he can stay on the field, I think it's Ricky, man. I think that's the guy. I think people are forgetting about him. We've talked about Kittle. We've talked about CMC. We've talked about Jennings. We've talked about all these players, Larry. We've talked about Austin Pleasant, but we have not talked about Ricky Pearsall today. That is the guy on offense. On defense, I'm going to say Diamond Lenore. He's been quiet this season. I know he's been on an island. He hasn't really had a lot of opportunities. People shy away from him. They shy away from him, right? Because they don't want to get beat by him. But historically, in the playoffs, Diamond Lenore rises to the occasion. He's had pick six. He's had some big interceptions against the Cowboys. He's had multiple games in the playoffs where you're like, holy crap. That's where he earned his money, Larry, by big-time games and making those big interceptions. I think the hyena, Diamond Lenore, is finally going to be he's going to have that signature game this year. I feel like he hasn't really had that breakout game this year. It's going to be Diamond Lenore.
I like DeMarcus Robinson. I think DeMarcus Robinson's rounding into form. He's played big in the playoffs in the past. He scored a bunch of touchdowns last year. The moment's not too big. This guy's gone every year of his career. He's played in the playoffs in different stops. So I think this is a guy who's used to playing football in January. And I think DeMarcus Robinson has got the kind of demeanor that he's going to make some big plays. And on defense, I'm going to go with Malik Mustafa. I think Malik Mustafa is, he plays with a purpose. He hits with a purpose, and I think he's going to have a tackle, a hit that separates somebody from the football, and the Niners are going to get a turnover because of it. So I like those two guys. Couple last ones. There was a story today that I thought was kind of interesting. The Cowboys have released cornerback Trevon Diggs. Now, he was their 2020 second-round pick, and they placed him on waivers today. He's got a big salary, so it's unlikely he's going to be claimed off waivers. So he's expected to clear waivers and hit free agency. And CBS Sports, a guy named Tyler Sullivan identified 5 potential landing spots for Diggs. He had the Packers, the Patriots, the Bears, the Commanders, and wait for it, the 49ers. Those teams are all basically playoff bound except for Washington. I don't know why you'd go. Why would you sign with Washington? I mean, what? That might be the dumbest thing of all time. Yeah, I signed a deal and now the season's over. But this guy's not necessarily healthy. He's had some time on the IR. He's had concussions. He did start the last couple of games for Dallas. He suffered a torn ACL in 2023. Yeah. And a lot of people feel like he's never really fully recaptured his form. In 23, he He had an 80.7 defensive grade and 82.8 coverage grade from PFF. Since returning, he's had a 56.6 grade on defense and a 62.4 coverage grade this year in 2025. What do you think? I mean, is it too late in the year to bring in anybody? Or do you roll the dice and say, you know what, Trevon Diggs has played some big-time football. Renardo Green's been dealing with a neck injury. He was back at practice today. Upton Stout's in the concussion protocol. When you run out of corners, you run out of corners. That's a bad thing. When you can't cover, you're screwed. I don't know, man. You know, I normally I don't like adding players this late in the year, but I think I might have some interest in this guy. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, because of the depth issue and the injuries, like you just said, I mean, I wouldn't hate if we signed a veteran like that. You know, he's a veteran. He'd come in and he can sit and, you know his role. And if his number gets called, great. But he's an expensive veteran. So that's the only big thing. It's like you paying him a lot of money to come in and maybe ride the bench. But injuries are tough, and the Niners have dealt with them all year, and they always have to have that next man up. So would I hate it? No, I think it would be a good signing in terms of, you know, you have some insurance. But at this point in the season, Larry, I think you just got to ride with who you came with, and just go with that. And, you know, the guys that got you here are here. They're on the team. Do I like Trevon Diggs to the Niners? I mean, again, it'd be a cool thing. Of course, I'd hype it up. I'd be excited. You know, I'd be anticipating to see what he can do. But he has had a lot of, you know, little injuries, and I definitely don't think he's the same since the ACL injury. It's unfortunate. But, you know, for depth-wise, yeah, I don't hate the move. But do we need to do it? Is it like, oh, my God, we're not going to win Super Bowl if we don't get Diggs? No, I think we're cool with who we have. I mean, again, the team that we have got us this far, Larry. I think they can keep rolling the rest of the way. We ride who we came with.
I hear you. That would be my thought on Jair Brown. But there's a lot of Niner fans that are like, Krug, no, Jair Brown needs to be benched. He gave up a couple touchdowns. They want to see him go. They want to see Saleh go to Marquise Siegel. Siegel's a rookie, though. He's a fifth-round pick. He hasn't played in a number of weeks. Do you ride with Brown at strong safety, or do you want to put Siegel or Pinnock out there?
Just ride with Brown, man. I know a lot of people have been ripping him apart, but he's made some big plays this year. I mean, the safety position's been a roller coaster this year, but you know, you got to give Jair Brown credit. Earlier in the season, he got demoted. He came back. He was NFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 week. He's had his moments, man. It's been a tough year for him overall. You know, some days you're like, wow, he looks good. Some games you're like, wow, he's Jair Brown. So I'm gonna let it ride, man. I'm gonna roll the dice and just play with who we got, Larry. I don't want to keep shuffling the roster at this point. Just play with who you got. If you got to shuffle the roster at this point in the season, it's a gamble, and I don't like that. I don't want to, you know, shuffle the roster up. Let's just play with who we got, man.
I hear you. I mean, it's so late in the year. Also, you got to worry about, you know, chemistry and interrupting chemistry. We're brought to you by Habbas Law, 1-800-INJURED. They will fight to make it right. HabbasLaw.com on the web. Basically, you know, if you've ever been injured, you know, and you get into an accident, you want to win. There's only one call to make. Habbas Law, 1-800-INJURED. Visit them on the web, HabbasLaw.com. Habbas Law, they will fight to make it right. They're great attorneys, Omar Habbas, Tarek Habbas, and that entire Habbas Law team. And they beat insurance companies regularly, and they're fantastic. So I can't give them any higher grade than that. If you've been injured and you want to win, give them a call. Habbas Law, 1-800-INJURED. They will fight to make it right. Okay, last one. The 49ers are going to win on Saturday night because of what?
Jair Brown. No, I'm joking. Everybody's saying, oh, we gave up 38 points. Well, the Bears gave up 42. It was not a defensive game. They were going to win because they're going to win the turnover battle. Plain and simple. If we can get Sam Darnold to throw those interceptions, Niners are winning.
I'm going to say because of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, last 8 games, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Mm-hmm. He's ranked 29th out of 33 quarterbacks graded by PFF. That's why. Brock Purdy's better than Sam Darnold, and that's why the Niners are going to win on Saturday night for that 1 seed. All right, let's come barreling down the stretch with some supers. And I didn't realize, Raj, we have 19 of them. So we're going to go quick. All right, we're going to go quick. We'll make this as fast as we can. Michael Goldberg, hot take. If the Niners continue to cook on offense and drop 30+ on Seattle, that would prove that their offense alone can carry them to a Super Bowl ring. You know what's going to be really interesting, Raj? Because this Shanahan and Lynch, this whole regime was built around we want to be dominant defensive line that puts on tons of pass rush. What if the 49ers win the Super Bowl in a year where they have absolutely no pass rush?
Well, it's just weird. If they win a Super Bowl this year with the way it's gone, with the injury, like if this is our Super Bowl roster, well, it is what it is, Larry.
We'll take it any way we can get it. Solid MLG. F you, Larry. Purdy is the man. Let's get this dub this Saturday. Should be Sunday night. Also, our 49ers is the best.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Solid. A little shout out for Raj.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have this one. And the FU, don't confuse that. That's a term of endearment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Propa says, Larry, can you give us some hope that this defense can play better? What can Saleh do to minimize the damage? How big would Renardo Green coming back be? Well, he is coming back. As far as give you some good thoughts on the defense, well, they had no pass rush last week. Yeah. I'll say this would be my idea. And Raj, there's not a lot of moves to make here, right? There's not a lot of cards left in the deck.
Yeah.
But here's one move I think I would make is I think I would take Bryce Huff off the field a little bit early in games and on first and second down. He's playing a lot of downs. He's playing more than pass rush downs because he's all they got. And I get that. But I think you got to play somebody else. You got to play Farrell. You got to play Robert Beal. You got to play somebody else a little bit more and try to get Bryce Huff on the field for those obvious passing downs, and especially in the second half. He's running out of gas. They're using him too much. He's used against the run, against the pass. He's a pass rush specialist.
Yeah.
And I would try to limit him, and then hopefully you get more from him if you limit some of his first and second down stuff. That would be one idea. The other idea is maybe go to Siegel. Maybe you go to a big like a big nickel look with like a 3 safety look. Because Siegel was a college corner. I mean, I'm just thinking if Upton Stout can't go, you're going to play Chase Lucas the entire game at nickel. I mean, that's a tall task. That's asking a lot of Chase Lucas. So I don't know. I'm very eager to see what Saleh, what his defensive wrinkles look like. Sean Shepard says Johnson schooled Saleh. It's like Saleh is scheming with crayons and his pupils can't read. Old Darnold, please show up. Any DNs available? Sup, Raj? Any DNs available? I would say no.
Not at this point.
Though I'll say this, the Niners on their practice squad have a kid named William Bradley King, who definitely's got some juice as a pass rusher. And I'd put him out there. I'd put him up.
From Washington, right? Or he was on Washington before we signed him. Yeah.
He's got some juice. He can do it.
Valdez, man, just fucking play Valdez. I think he could play. I don't know.
Yeah, or Seabass. I wouldn't mind seeing either one of those guys, to be honest. At this point, they both have good motors. Yeah. But William Bradley King's more of a defensive end. Okay. Wallace or Walsack 4.
He just sent you money to read his name.
Thank you, Walsack.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Mark's Maine. Do you think Kyle or Saleh has any special schemes or plays squirreled away to surprise teams in the playoffs? I don't know, but dude, how about Ben Johnson in the hook and ladder?
Oh.
Or the hook and lateral, I should say.
Oh my God, man. That was scary. Dude.
Niners defended that well.
They did. That was a nice little that was a big tackle by Lenore at that. Because when I saw that in my face, I'm going, oh my God, we're gonna lose on a hook and ladder. And they stopped it. That was so big. And Caleb's trying to run to the line. That was insane.
Okay. Last week, Grant Cohn asked Kyle Shanahan, "Hey, would you ever use Sky Moore on reverse or an end around, and sure enough, he did. So he spoke it into existence. I'll tell you what I'd love to see as far as some kind of special play. I'd love to see an end around to Jordan Watkins.
Oh,
We're talking about a guy who's got 4.37 speed and can absolutely, he's 200 pounds. Use this guy. I mean, it's baffling to me that they haven't used him. And this guy is really good. And people are like, oh, he's probably a bust. No, he's not a bust. He's absolutely not a bust. Walsack is back. He says, how does the rain affect Brock this Saturday? Makes the ball wet. And Brock historically has not been good with the wet ball, but who knows?
But Larry, it's only going to rain in the morning from what I understand.
Okay. And Brock was good in Cleveland. No turnovers in the wintry mix with the wind. JC Mania. Literally every time Purdy has a major injury, he ends up better than before he had those injuries. LOL. True. For example, the elbow injury in 22, NFC Championship, and then this season with the turf toe.
Good call.
Brock Purdy's a great competitor. That's what he is. By the way, there was another video of him and Alex Smith talking about throwing blind passes.
I saw that.
And that was excellent. Excellent. I would definitely encourage you guys to check that out. Free Speech Warrior says, if our opponents score on every possession, why don't we just dial up 10 blitzes since we're going against Darnold? All right. Well, I mean, pressure is going to be part of the plan. That's for sure. The MySpace guy says Niners with the black unis. Come on, Larry. They ain't that bad. Go Niners. Oh, they're ass.
What? Now, Larry, we might have to end the stream. What?
I hate those freaking uniforms.
What?
Those uniforms are terrible. First of all, if you're going to have a black helmet, have a black grill. Don't have a gold grill. The gold grill is what makes it look cheeseball. And then the saloon font is fine, but the gold numbers, come on, dude. Gold. Come on. I like the gold. You love those unis?
They're so amazing. You know what?
You're upset?
I got no comment. Just read the chat. Read it.
Raj is mad. I don't like him. I'm an old school guy. Anthony Catania in the house says, hey, $49.99. Another great show, Larry. Raj, will you be at the game?
I will. In my black jersey, Larry. We'll be there.
Oh, do you have one? Do you have one you can hold up right now?
I'm going to go get it for you. Just keep reading.
All right.
Pissed.
Larry, maybe we can meet up prior to the game. 2010 Giants vibes with this team. Something magical is happening. Even Journey, Don't Stop Believing was playing at halftime. Go Niners. Anthony Catania, one of the great sponsors of the Krug Show. Check out Sharp Corner Sports Cards and Collectibles, 205 Cypress Avenue in Pacific Grove, California, on the Monterey Peninsula. Anthony's at 831-521-5264. And he's a great follow on the gram. Sharp Corners 831 on Instagram, and he's offering free shipping on all of his items throughout the end of the year. And he may even continue that into 2026 if you're a Krug Show fan. So thanks to Anthony Catania, $49.99. Anthony, geez, thank you. We'll fire it up to see you on Saturday night. We'll definitely meet up in the lot. Sean Shepard says, imagine Moody for the Bears game missing PATs. God, that's all we need. Let's see it, Raj. What number did you go with?
We got the Bosa.
You get the Bosa. See, now there's parts of this I love. I love the faithful. That looks really cool. I love the sleeves. I don't even mind. I guess I don't mind the numbers when I'm looking at it here. I guess I'd seen them as kind of gold. They're red. Where's the gold? They're just piping. It's just gold piping, right?
It's amazing, Larry.
Yeah, so I don't mind the jersey. It's the helmet. Have you seen the helmet?
Yes, they're amazing. They wore them today. Are you kidding me?
I know they did wear them. They did wear them today. They wore them out to practice. I don't like it. Hopefully they win in them. I think it's going to change the vibe as well. Sean Shepard, imagine Moody for the Bears game missing PATs. Oh, God. Let's just leave poor Moody alone. PWS, how tall is Pleasant again? LOL. He's like 6'7".
How tall is he?
What's that?
How tall is he?
What is it? What's the emoji there?
6'7".
Am I missing something?
Yeah, you are.
I am missing it. I guess I don't know. I'm not getting the 6-7.
You're not getting 6-7. Oh my god.
There you go. Jacob Andrews. I did some sports med in med school and residency. Concussion protocol is 7 days for return to play. So Saturday's game equals no Stout unless the NFL has their own rules. Does that mean that Stout can't come back for the game?
He might not.
We'll have to ask about that tomorrow. Anthony Catania, someone please show Jerry Rice that video. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Anthony says, someone please show. Oh, we got that one. We got this one here. This one from SF Niners 808. Where has Huff been? What happened to our D? What's happening is Huff is playing a ton of snaps, and so he's got no juice. Now, he did put pressure on Caleb on the last play of the game. He did. He absolutely did. He almost sacked him. So he flushed him. So that he gave us his juice at the end. But yeah, they got to limit his snaps and try to get more out of him. Wi-Fi says athletes are stronger, faster, bigger. True, but tendons and ligaments don't get stronger, faster, bigger. Hence, more injuries. Injury-prone athletes nowadays. I think that's probably true. I mean, Raj, you're a physical therapist. You probably could speak to that, but I don't. I think that's probably a pretty good reasoning there. This one from Stefan. He says Joe Montana couldn't play in today's NFL. His expertise was throwing the ball in an era where quarterbacks didn't practice throwing. That is just awesome. That is just epic. Jerry Rice wasn't good. See, the fastest 40 he ever had.
The 4.7 one. The way he led that video off was it's all you just hear the first clip, you're like, oh, done. You go.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's your next video? Eddie Van Halen really couldn't play the guitar that well.
Pablo Picasso was a dog shit artist. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He could barely finger paint.
He could barely use crayons.
Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Michael Jordan could not play basketball.
No. Are you kidding me? Jordan would suck today because then there were people that didn't practice agility or whatever.
Yeah. He didn't do strength training. He
didn't do strength training. You don't realize that the average guy today is 10. Right now, Pajemski's 10 times better than Jordan because Pajemski's a modern athlete. Jordan was from yesteryear. He sucked. Pajemski. New York -Niner, 49er. Last week, I made my girlfriend listen to Larry and Damon instead of Christmas music while we wrapped Christmas gifts. LOL. Get on board or get out. LOL. Quest for 6.
You might be out.
Bro, you might be on the couch.
No, I mean, I love that. I love Larry, but you got to listen to Christmas music when the girls. Hey, love that for you. Though.
Hey, let me just say this: if I'm hanging with the wife, I'm listening to Christmas music over Larry and Damon. That's for damn sure.
Especially if it's Larry and Raj, though. Maybe.
Yeah, it's more the Damon part. No, we're just joking, Dan. Riz the Fizz, Larry looking mad cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Haven't heard that in a long time. John Hawkins, y'all are a great team. See you next year. Love the black unis.
Me too. I kind of like it. Looks tough with the blue. I might wear the blue. The blue with the black looks kind of tough, Larry.
I like the what color are the pants going to be?
Black.
It's black on black.
Have you not, brother Larry? Where you been, my guy?
Oh my God! No, I think I saw this in the locker room today. The black on black on black. I just don't like those grills. I like a black grill. Walsack is back. He says Warner back for the NFC Championship. What percentage is worth it? I saw him leaving the stadium the other day, and I said, man, what a game. He's like, absolutely. He was feeling good. He wants to be back, dude. I mean, I don't know if it's in his best interest. I don't know, Raj. Well, what is your thoughts on Warner? I mean, I guess it would just give them such a huge lift, and they need him. he, God, I would hate to see him risk his career for it.
He won't.
And
He's coming back, and I think he would play. He knows not to like. Fred's a smart guy. Also, he's not training 6 hours a day to not come back.
We need him.
We need him
badly.
He'll play every down. I think if he came, he'd play for a few, maybe just to kind of come in 1 or 2 plays, whatever. His presence, Larry, just him coming out the tunnel in the jersey, in the uniform, there, and they're like, "Oh my God, Fred Warner's!" But just that moment is enough to the crowd. Yeah, to just lift him. He could play 1 play, and for them to see Fred Warner, our captain. He was supposed to be out all the season. He's right there. We cannot lose for him. Like that right there would motivate the shit out of me, Larry. And that
I hear you. Yeah. Pretty great dude too, man.
He's
there's a lot of good dudes in that room. I'll say that. I really enjoy covering this football team because there are a lot of good dudes in that room. I talked to Chase Lucas today at his locker. What a great dude he is. Did you see what Chase Lucas did at the end of the game?
Yeah, I posted that he went to the Bears receivers and he checked on them because I'm sure they're distraught. Goes and checks on them and he makes sure they're okay. Good dude.
Good dude.
But that's actually
I mentioned it. We talked to him about it. I'm gonna put that. I'm posting that in the next day. That was dude. He's the real deal, dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a nice. There's just a lot of high character guys on this team, and I feel like that's what the Niners. When Lynch and Kyle took over, they've been trying. They didn't have all high character guys. They made some mistakes here, there. Reuben Foster,
Devondre Campbell,
but for the most part, most of these guys are high character guys, and that's who they get.
Yeah, it's true. PWS West Coast says hell of a live to end the year. LOL, so many laughs. Are you kidding me? Raj and I have been doing this all year. Tuesday nights, guys. Remember, Tuesday nights. We're pretty faithful on it. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle. Thanks to Sleeper. Thanks to Sharp Corner Sports Cards and Collectibles. Thanks to Habbas Law. And, of course, thanks to you, Raj. I'll give you the final word. Of course, everybody hit like and subscribe on your way out the door. Quick week, right? Niners practice tomorrow in Santa Clara on New Year's Eve day. And then they practice on Saturday. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Then they practice Thursday, which will be New Year's Day, and then Friday they will be off, and Saturday night it's on, and I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome. I feel really good about this one. I know Seattle's really good, but I don't believe in Darnold, and I think there's a little magic carpet ride thing going on with the Niners right now. I don't think Brock Purdy can be defeated. I think he is intimidating to the opponent. And what we got? Wait a second. We got 2 more here. We got these 2 as well. Walsack says, who is Grant's favorite football team? Need to know. Oh, dude, he's a Niner. He's a Niner fan. Are you kidding me? He loves to pretend that he's not a fan and this and that. But come on, you wouldn't have the kind of enthusiasm and effort and energy that Grant puts into his coverage if he didn't have some affinity for the team. Now, he may not want to admit that he's a fan, but come on. He's not I'll say this. He's not walking around like, by the way, you got the Broncos score. Hey, did you get the Panthers score? I'm a big Panthers guy. No, he's a Niner fan. He might not want to admit that, but he's not a fan of any other team, I don't believe. I could be wrong by that, but that would be my guess. PWS says, Raj, turn the 9 upside down on that Bosa jersey. LOL. That's awful. All right, we're out of here. That's going to do it for us. For Raj, I'm Larry. Have a great one. Peace.
Yeah, never met a man I've been scared.